What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Fantastic Duo Show. Once again, I am flanked, or someone here on my side who is no longer in my side for real life, but he's where he's supposed to be at. Mr. Steve Cardenas. What's up, man?
What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show today. Earlier this week, I was in New York, and Alex came up and we did a remote live show,
And it was dope, man. For the first time meeting you.
Yeah, and it was fun. I enjoyed it, man. That was really cool. There was a lot more technical stuff that had to be done though in order to make that happen.
Isn't that crazy? The stuff that goes behind the scenes, but it's so good, man. That's what I'm here for.
Hats off to you, bud. I mean,
Thanks,
you're
brother.
like really good with all that shit.
Yeah, so big shout out to everyone right now in the chat room. Thank you for coming on here. I see everyone coming in. And of course
What's up, everybody?
the fantastic crew's always in here doing their thing, jumping up and down in the chat room. And we have a hell of a show for you guys today. Steve, let them know. Steve, let them know, man.
Oh man, well, first off, we have one surprise guest, and then we also have a couple of people that you know are going to be on the show because we've been announcing it. So we have Young Rocky, the guy who played me on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then we have the kid who replaced me, who is like now a Mack truck now. He's essentially like a beast. So I can't, every time I talk to him now, I always have to look up at him. So anyway, so very excited. So let's bring him on, and we'll also bring on our surprise guest as well too. Let's introduce my good friends, my Ranger families. We got Mr. Mike Olaskey and Mr. Blake Foster, and also joining us too, we've got our friend and our other co-host, Mr. Mike Rome.
Yay! So much love and so much great things going on right now.
Welcome, everybody.
This is jam-packed right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys thought you were just going to get a normal show that, people were going to fight and do their thing, well, you're right.
In this.
You're right. And it's funny because if you're looking at the broadcast right now, guys, Mike Rome is sitting in between Mr. Olaskey and Mr. Foster here, and
he's essentially we stand between these guys to break them up if they need to.
He's essentially going to be the one that's going to beat the crap out of somebody today, or he's going to get the crap beat out of him. But yeah, man.
This is why I get out of the ring like right away. I don't like being in the middle of it.
Yeah,
now I'm smack dab in the middle.
It's gonna get bloody real quick for Mike.
Oh, this is.
My God, we're already starting with the trash talk already. Jeez.
I mean, that's what I came here for.
100%. I mean, we definitely want to hear it, man. Yeah,
Mike Rome came here for the blood.
Liquored up, we're ready to go. Come on.
Nice, dude.
Let's go.
I don't
party.
Yeah, I don't even think either of you guys have that long a reach right now. Blake, you're in Cali, right? And Mike, you're in Maine. You guys couldn't be further away from each other right now.
I know,
True, but I spit venom. It's gonna hurt his ego. I'm sure of it.
Well, there's a lot to hurt my feelings. It's funny though. Me and Mike have been friends for quite some time. We've known each other for decades. So when this whole thing came about, we were like, dude, we're just gonna have to bash each other online. We're just seriously gonna bash each other every single fucking day.
It's the only way to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the fun things,
man.
One of the fun things about fighting one of your good friends, somebody that you've known forever, is that we've obviously both got like big egos. We obviously both think we're the best. I mean, don't get me wrong. We literally do think that the other person sucks more than they did. It's
pretty legit.
In my case, I happen to be right. That's all.
Right. Oh.
Well, listen. I'll let you guys know on the chat and everyone else here. There's going to be plenty of time for these two to square off. We have a special segment just specifically for them today on the show, so you guys are going to be able to hear them.
They're going to virtually fight each other.
They're going to virtually fight each other. So
they're going to square off against each other. Right.
If you guys thought this was in a venue, this is the venue. It's actually a Zoom fight, so you guys get ready for that, okay?
Boom, you got a chance.
So
that's very COVID to be like, oh, it's a Zoom fight.
It's a Zoom fight, yeah. So
we're all exhausted.
And actually, like Romy, just off the subject a little bit, weren't you with DC today or something? What's going on with DC?
Yeah, what's up, man? Let us know.
Anything about
DC? So DC fandom starting on the 22nd.
22nd, yeah.
Down 22nd for 24 hours. They're unleashing all this stuff. They released a bunch of stuff today, but I can't really say anything more than that.
Oh, okay,
but
cool. Because I saw some pictures that you posted up, so at least I knew that you were like
So I got a box of some stuff, basically this Jim Lee autographed picture and the shirt, this hat, some other things, but it's basically free for fans for 24 hours. And it's going to unveil a bunch of stuff about the DC cinematic universe and all the stuff that's happening with Batman. And
yeah, well, Ben Affleck called me earlier, so I'm good. You know, he let me know what's going on.
He's back.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane.
He texted me. I was like, listen, I'm with Olaskey and Foster tonight, so I can't like really talk. You know, we got stuff going on, so you know.
We got bigger fish to fry, guys. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
That's right. We do.
Yeah.
So let's get into it a little bit. So Blake and Mike, you guys have known each other for a long time because you guys came up in the like the childhood acting, like audition circuit and stuff. You guys probably went up for a lot of the same roles and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
actually,
really
I
fun.
turned down the Three Ninjas. I actually turned that down for Power Rangers.
So you're saying you gave it to him for charity?
Yeah, he has that film under his books because I had to be a ranger. You know,
that's, you know what?
And,
That's what
wow.
Blake keeps saying. That's
Not
what
to
Blake
add
keeps
to it,
saying.
but technically he was actually like a full-on ranger. Like you did the whole gimmick, and like that's a whole argument like online right now. I'm not saying this is my thing.
Wait, when
but
did
it's
Mike
that
get
he
into
was a
this?
ranger, and then technically you just played a younger version. Even though you were a ranger, you weren't technically.
dude, Mike's been getting the fucking most heat I've ever seen
Dude,
on social media lately.
I read it online,
People
and I was
really
like,
starting to hate him.
Dude, they are throwing
It's
so much
bad.
shade.
It's so annoying. And like somebody messaged me on my page today and said something out, and they're like, "Oh, but I said the same thing," and Steve reamed me for it. I was like, dude. Everybody's reaming Mike because of it. It's like he was a ranger, but he wasn't a ranger. He didn't more big fucking deal.
I know, right? Exactly.
He was Kid Rocky, bro. Like, get over it.
I say the same thing, people. Man. Like I did rip into one of the fans on that commented on the page. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, why, dude? Seriously, like it's stupid. Like we did a show for 3-year-olds, man. Like just get some perspective. Who cares, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we were all
Everybody
on a campy show.
Our fans don't see it as that though. They're like already jealous that I was a fucking kid Power Ranger. They don't want to see another kid as a Power Ranger.
Hey, Blake, I can usurp you if you want. I could just take all of that heat for Kid Rangers just all off of your back.
Dude, you can take all the heat I got. I got so much heat over the years.
Dude, Mike, I thought Blake got it bad because of the fact that everybody was jealous that they wanted to be a ranger. I thought you got it bad. I've been reading online, and I like that tweet that Steve, or the response to Steve, that I liked it. I went in there just like low-key liked it. But I'm like, bro, you get so much hate right now. Like, that's literally what everybody's just going in and like, you're not even a real ranger. I'm like, bro, it was a TV show.
For all the fans out there that have messaged me, they just want to say, did you even morph, Mike?
Oh, man.
Did you even fucking morph?
No, it's true. It's absolutely true. I didn't need to morph to get my job done like you did. I carried that entire show on my back without stuntman, without Japanese footage. So,
That's what she said.
I understand.
That's what she said.
Oh my God. I love it, man.
This is incredible. This is probably already one of my favorite shows that we've recorded so far.
In the beginning, when all this transitioned into the very beginning, Mike was like, all of Mike's friends were coming over to my page, back talking me, like talking shit, like you're a horrible fucking Power Ranger. And then now it's like reverse. Now Mike's getting all the trash talk.
Now they're getting all the shit.
It goes back and forth, man. A good sword fighter needs to sharpen his sword every once in a while. I'm fine with all the hate. People come on over to my page and say whatever the fuck you want. I don't care.
Right.
You know what? Dude. I mean, here's the thing, you know, like I'm always going to stand up for both of you guys. You know what I mean? Because it's like, here's the thing that I always say. Any one of those kids would have taken the freaking job too, you know what I mean? And then how would they feel 20 years later if some punk kid was like, you're not really this, you know what I mean?
Hands down, every single person that is talking smack would have 100%. They were like, hey, we want you to be a janitor on the Power Rangers
Agreed.
show. A kid janitor. They're like, yeah, I'm in.
Sign me up.
I'm signed. How much? $5? Cool, I'm in.
Yeah, exactly. 100%, man. So they're just trolls, just a bunch of haters, man. And that bothers me, you know, because... You know, I appreciate the fans and their dedication to the show and everything like that. But, you know, don't project that, like, you know, that negativity, man. That just bothers me. I got to stand up and I stand up for that.
I'm glad you said something, Steve. I'm glad you said something.
I absolutely agree. But at the same time, you got to understand that what we're doing here between Blake and I is kind of like a cultural event within the Ranger fandom, something fun for them to really talk about in the midst of what we're going through right now. So a lot of that stuff has to be expected. Part of the fun of watching a fight is to give your opinions on why somebody sucks or why somebody's good.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it doesn't hurt me at all. Either way, I'm gonna knock Blake out.
Damn.
Everybody's gonna. I'm morphed into the 205 champion.
Dude, that is not he knows that's not happening. He better stick to his. Hey, you better go back to sharpening swords, bro. That shit
wow.
Man, I am loving all of this trash right now, man. It's so amazing.
Mike, the funniest thing, Mike was like, I posted something the other day, and he was like, "Oh, that's quaint. You think you're gonna hit me, Mike? Now you're gonna get hit, buddy."
Dude, so actually, so now, like, you know, for people that are just seeing the screens and stuff, and this is something like to understand, is that Blake is actually like significantly taller and significantly larger than you. So
built like a brick shit house right now.
Built like a brick shit house for sure.
I'm pretty yoked right now.
My understanding is you're going to be coming up in weight so that you can, like, because obviously there is what they call a catch weight, right?
Yeah. So
he was brave enough to say 205. I thought he was going to hit me like 190. I was like,
shit, you would have done 190?
I probably would have.
So are you just packing on the pounds right now, huh?
Yeah. So I mean, one of the reasons why this fight I think is so interesting for me as a fighter is that I've got the experience as far as like in cage work. Like I've done this before. Right. But I'm definitely fighting out of my element, right? I mean, Blake, just before we got on, was saying he's coming down from 240 to hit 205. And as if you're a fan of fighting, you hit 205 for a period of like 5 hours, and then you step off the scale and you pack on that weight
100%. Yeah, he's going to put all that weight back on.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really excited to
I'm loving where I'm at.
Show the kids at my martial arts studio that, you know, it doesn't really matter how big and how strong you are. Bigger trees just fall harder. That's all that matters.
Damn.
Well, you know, that is certainly true sometimes. But sometimes the bigger they are, the harder you fall. And that does happen.
Could happen, right?
Yeah, it could happen.
You know, as growing up as a Power Ranger, I want to chime in real quick. You know, growing up as a martial artist and being, you know, I was martial artist before Power Rangers. 4 years old, I was in the dojo. So I was always taught that saying because I was always the littlest guy. I was always taught, hey, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. But I don't know what happened and what juice I drank, but now for some reason I became the biggest dude. And I'm looking at the statement. I'm like, well, that typically doesn't stand with me anymore because I was the littlest dude.
Hold on. Blake, did you just admit that you were on juice?
Whoa.
I never said anything about
me, man.
Oh, controversy now. Now the whole entire
juice. I'm on keto. What are you talking about? Yeah. Sugar?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. The keto life is for real. I was almost 250. I'm down to 212 with keto, and that was like I shredded like this.
It really shreds you out.
It does.
I'm on day 16 right now of keto, and I feel great.
Yeah, me too.
I feel amazing.
I'm on day 300 of the Edo diet. I just eat whatever the F I want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, dude. My tummy's looking sweet, man.
I love it.
It's nice.
I'm about to bail out.
It's a nice round shape.
Butter, so I guess I'm on keto too.
If I see a damn another lobster post, Mike, I swear I'm gonna be pissed, bro. My mouth waters every time, dude.
It's fun. I think about you every time I post. That's why
every time you put something in your mouth, you think of me.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Wow.
Wow.
Mike, I didn't know.
Now you just got to step it up. You got to print out a picture of Blake's head and put it on the roll every single time you eat it, and just just take it a step further if you're going to keep going.
Down, man.
That's great. So Mike Rome, you're always dealing with like the build up to certain things when these guys are going to match up against each other and you guys are trying to promote all that stuff. So how do you? I don't know what that was. Oh, I love it. We got a lot of action going on in the background over here.
What was that, Mike?
I have no idea.
I don't do anything.
Okay, no, he's saying what is it? It's Blake's background right now has gone noisy, and he's like, "What is that?"
He's afraid to get in the cage with me.
Well, no, listen.
Once you get in that cage,
so I got a couple questions. I'm like I'm the outlier here, right? I'm just a dude and the producer. So for me, it's like I saw obviously I saw Mr. Olaskey. I'm calling you that because we have two mics now, so it's harder. So you came up and you were part of the very is it the very end of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and you kind of just like came in when they were turning into Zeo, right? Like they turned back time and you came in as a kid?
Season 3 is a kind of fun season because it's really the first time we're introduced to a larger Ranger world. We have Power Rangers coming in from another planet to aid in the Rangers who have been shrunk down into little kids. They retain their minds, but they're unable to morph in their tiny little bodies. And basically, my time on the Power Rangers is that bridge between Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Zeo Quest. So it's really the first time you saw all new Rangers, all new power sets, and it really kind of sets the stage for 28 years of Power Rangers in the future. So,
crazy, you're right.
Funny that once they got to Blake, they were like, "Oh, he can morph in his tiny body. It's okay." That storyline, we already did the one where they can't morph. Now they can morph.
Now they can
Way
morph.
to go, showrunners.
Even so, like, I mean, none of it's new though. I mean, even the concept of a little kid becoming a Power Ranger, the Super Sentai did that back with the Die Rangers.
Yeah, the White Ranger.
Yeah, the White Ranger was a kid.
That's who Jason's White Ranger was, right? He was a kid in Japan, if I remember correctly.
He was super annoying in that show too.
Well, so yeah. And you also came from the Three Ninjas fame, which I remember watching all the movies. You got to work with Hulk Hogan in that movie, and if I remember correctly, the Hulkster was doing a lot of NWO stuff back then. How was that? Yeah, how was that for you? Like being part of like that was a ginormous phenomenon going on at that time. So now you got Power Rangers, and then you have Three Ninjas. Like, how were you able to like handle all this at that young of an age?
Well, it's one of those things where when you're brought up as early as I was in kind of the acting, Hollywood, and martial arts world, you don't really understand, or you don't really know anything different, I should say. So you don't feel the pressure, right? They always use that parable of a frog in hot water. If you just crank it up a little bit more, it doesn't realize how much the water is boiling. So for me, growing up and starting that young, this was just normal every day. I went on auditions 3 or 4 times a day. I would book parts in television shows and commercials. And then we had a few big parts that were like Power Rangers, Three Ninjas, High Noon, all that stuff.
Right.
So being on set with celebrities, I mean, I'd met Steve, who was an idol of mine years before. And to me, it was just, meeting another kind of coworker at that point. I was never a huge wrestling fan as a kid, but my lineage in martial arts comes from catch wrestling and shoot wrestling, which has a really deep base in that kind of worked wrestling style, as opposed to shoot wrestling style, which is what I do.
Right.
So I had a huge affinity and respect for the art itself. So meeting Hulk Hogan probably wasn't as huge of an experience as it would be for one of his fans, but it was definitely
that's awesome.
a life-changing moment for myself.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
So, catch wrestling, like we were like judo, Jean LeBeau, like type stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So okay, so you have like obviously with all the MMA stuff you're doing, you've got like a kind of like a good mix of all the different stuff. You're learning a lot of evasion. You're learning a lot of like the ground fighting as well as wrestling, as well as Muay Thai, as well as boxing. And whatever else you can throw in there. Maybe if you can get an axe to bring into the ring with you, you know how to do that too. But Blake, you're originally with Tong Sudo, right? Was that what you started out with?
Yeah, I was Tong Sudo black belt at the age of 12. Yeah, I got my black belt at the age of 12.
See, I didn't even get started in martial arts till I was 12.
Yeah, I started at 4. My mom got her black belt under Mr. Chuck Norris. My dad got his black belt under Dennis Ichikawa, which was one of Chuck's major students.
Right.
And then they started me in martial arts when I was real young. Got my black belt. I'm currently still in martial arts. I'm going for my 4th degree. I just did my second test. I'm learning all this cool. I got a newfound respect for weapons, so I give kudos to Mike. And I told him years ago, I was like, dude, keep up the weapon shit because it's dope. Because really now I have to do cane form, nunchuck form, sword form. Like I'm learning all this new stuff with this new style of Tong Sudo that's transitioned to newer generation.
Right.
So they have like alliances and stuff like that. But I'm definitely in the Tong Sudo Alliance out here in Chatsworth under Mark Cox and Jason Flame. And I've just been training, man. I started doing jiu-jitsu again. I got my blue belt years and years ago in jiu-jitsu when I used to train out in Agora Hills. So now I'm at Checkmat Northridge, learning newfound respect under Sergio Machado for jiu-jitsu.
Jesus, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I went and rolled Tuesdays and Fridays are roll days, dude. And man, my gi was drenched. That is cardio to the T.
Yeah. And I know those guys too, you know. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I was talking to Sean. Your boy Sean's a blue belt.
Yeah,
in
my
jiu-jitsu,
boy Sean Morey. Yeah, he was one of my students before at my academy.
Yeah, so I'm going to roll with him on next Saturday.
So he's your training partner and all the stuff that you guys are doing.
He's going to be one of my rolling partners.
Nice, dude. That's great, man. That's awesome. Yeah. I love it, man. I'm excited, dude.
This is cool, yeah.
Man, I'm like, you know, so in case anybody's just joining us or they didn't come in, you know, in the beginning of the chat, we've got Mr. Blake Foster and Mr. Mike Olaskey here, and what they have agreed to do is they've agreed to do an MMA match against one another. So yeah, right. And we've got Mike Roman there in the middle refereeing.
Mike is in the middle of it all.
All right, easy.
Right. And so but it's exciting because there's a lot of cool factors about it. Obviously, you know, they were both in part of the Ranger family. 1, 2, it's going to be Blake's MMA debut, whereas you know, Mike has a lot of MMA experience. However, Mike is a little bit smaller than Blake, so he's got to come up in weight, and Blake certainly has the size and the reach. So it's gonna be interesting, man. I mean, I would, if anyone were to ask me, I'm not gonna give my opinions in any way because I would never do that.
Why?
Well, because I love both of these. I love both of these guys.
Yeah,
you know what
I mean, and I love both of the guys in the ring all the time, and I still choose.
I honestly can't.
Got a point.
Like, no, fair enough. I get it, but like, I honestly, it's too tough for me to call right now. You know what I mean? So
let me ask you this: with your experience,
sorry, you go.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, with your experience, what would you say?
With my experience, okay. Well, with my experience, I think that the slight edge might go to if it goes to the ground, that Mike Olaskey has a bit more experience there, and being in the cage and in that pressure, I feel like he's got a bit more of an edge there. But there is a lot to be said about that size, because it's not so easy to just move somebody around on the ground when they're that big. So that's why I say it's too tough for me to call. It really is at this point, you know. I would need to see both.
That's if it goes to the ground. We can stand it up.
Well, yeah, 100%. Because that's the other thing too. Because if Blake catches him, you know, before they do go to the ground, it could be over pretty quick too, as well. So, you know, there's all those factors to consider. Now, for me, I cannot really make like a truly informed decision until I either have rolled with both of them, or I've at least seen them roll. You know what I mean? Which I have not seen. I have not seen enough of.
I rolled with Steve one night in Texas drunk. Never do that again. Do you remember that, Steve? That shit was fun.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think I remember that. Yeah, but you know, it's fun though. You know, I mean, you know, but that's one good thing about jiu-jitsu that I will say is that even if, you know, that's why I say if it goes to the ground, it could be iffy.
Well, you rolled with Sean. How's Sean's jits?
Yeah, Sean's very good. Yeah, Sean Morey. This is the guy that we're talking about. He was one of my students coming up, and he actually got his blue belt from me. And then from then, I think at that point I had sold my studio and started doing a lot more touring. And so then he went and trained.
He said he came to a Comic-Con with you, and I was like, damn, dude, that's where you look familiar. He came to a Comic-Con with you.
Yeah, I think he probably did. Yeah, I think he did one time.
Yeah,
I think he did come to Power Morphicon once. Yeah, so a lot of my jiu-jitsu friends come to the Power Morphicon sometimes. Yeah, one of my friends actually, one of my training partners from Hollywood Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Uday Malhotra, he came one time, and he looked a lot like one of the other Power Rangers from like Power Rangers like Mystic Force or something like that. I can't remember one of them. And all the fans were actually thinking that it was him. So he was like sitting at the table next to me, because there was an empty table next to mine. He was sitting there, and people were coming up and getting his autograph, and he was just giving it away for free. He's like, yeah, sure, I'm that guy. And all the fans were like, oh, it's so good to meet you. I love it. He's like, oh, thanks, man. That was pretty funny. But he wasn't charging anybody. He didn't charge anybody. anybody. He did give his signature away for free. You know what I mean?
That just means when they actually go find that guy later on, they're gonna be like, "What? You're charging $30 now? I just got this for free."
That's hilarious.
Killing his
That
game.
happened one year at Power Morphicon. My fiance was sitting at the table with me, and they thought it was like one of the Power Rangers, and they were willing to pay her money for an autograph. She was like, should I charge him? Oh, like, no.
That's great.
So funny, yeah.
So listen, Blake.
Well, Steve actually, sorry. Steve
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Brings up really good points, right? Because that's kind of the fun of this fight. The fun is that there is a huge, well, at least for me, there's a huge size disparity. So even
I was gonna say, what's your reach? What's your reach, Mike?
Let's get a tail of the tape. Who knows?
I've never measured my tape index. I have no idea, honestly.
What about the shoulder to knuckle? Just shoulder to knuckle. You never.
Mike, how tall are you?
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm 5'9".
Okay, so
Blake, how tall are you?
6'2".
6'2". That's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Because
I'm 6'2", and I've got
6'2". I've grown.
Please.
I've grown.
I'll tell you what, Blake.
6'2".
Blake's got
How embarrassed
wingspan.
are you gonna be when they actually measure you at weigh-ins?
Oh, best believe I'm gonna hit weight, bro.
But Blake's gonna step on the scale and he's one fat motherfucker.
206.
one too many protein shakes.
Yeah, one, two. Yeah, right.
Blake, on championship fights, you cannot come in at 206. You have to come in on 205.
It'll be 205.
Just so you know, because I heard you say 206. I just
I was
didn't want to
messing.
spike
It'll
the
be
guy.
205.
Just hit the sauna the night before, man. Just hit that
That's
sauna
it.
the night before, drop it down, and then don't
We
drink
got
any
till
water. You'll be all right.
January. If I'm 224 now, I got till January. I think I'm good.
Yeah. You. Oh my God. Yeah. You'll kill
That'll
him.
be good.
So getting back to the actual event, everything is like in the works right now. Who's putting this event on, by the way, and where can everybody hope to see it and all that stuff like that? Maybe can you guys enlighten us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the second biggest consistent mixed martial arts event in Vegas is putting on this fight. It's a venue called Tough Enough, and you saw people like Ronda Rousey come out of there, a bunch of giants that went into the UFC. They do events all around, but Vegas is kind of like their mainstay. It's as of right now, it should be sponsored by the New Orleans Hotel and Casino. So we're probably going to
the Orleans. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Whatever their event center is. But all of this is very COVID permitted. So right now we're on track. There seems to be, there's chatter that by January, everything should be good to go. So it's going to be in the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas. You can see
Vegas.
me beat up the Blue Turbo Ranger.
Yeah, and so actually, I believe Mike Rome is going to have to join us, and the Fantastic Duo Show is going to have to come down and call that fight. We'll do the pre-fight interviews. We'll do all the pre-fight stuff. We'll broadcast that all live on our show, and then we'll.
I'm gonna ring announce the shit out of it too.
Oh my God,
baby. That's what
that would be
dude!
fantastic,
It's gonna
guys.
be
awesome.
gonna be outrageous. Dude,
And
he'll
then
be.
we can all go drink while Mike's.
Because we actually know each other.
We'll call him Mike Ruffer, like Mike Buffer, man. He's gonna be getting to it. In this corner.
Are you ready
following
Weighing in at 272 pounds, Blake Foster.
Fuck you, Steve.
No, I love you, dude. I love you, man.
So-
We'll all celebrate afterwards too. Mike will still be recovering from his knockout.
Oh.
We'll all go have some drinks, okay, guys?
We'll put him in a wheelchair and we'll bring him along for the party.
You're pushing your fellow Red Ranger.
Collar, bro.
So-
cervical collar. It's
I got
good, man.
a question coming in.
Your tapping skills real quick. Show me you know how to tap. Let me see it. Show me you know. Tap loud though so I can hear it.
Dude, those arms are not gonna even reach around my body, bro. They're like little T-Rex arms.
Well, I will say, I don't know if you guys and my co-hosts agree or not, but Mike Olaskey is looking a lot bigger than I normally see him.
Yeah.
How where are you at right now? Like as far as weight
Bigger than a
goes?
Snicker, bro.
Yeah.
I'm 208 with a lot of fat on me.
208, dude,
That's all the
dead
lobster
sexy,
roll,
man.
baby.
What did you
That's
start
right.
out? What did you start out at?
So I usually walk around at about 185 and then
Wow.
cut down to 170. So
Right. So you're
my
middleweight, welterweight. Sorry.
Yeah, welterweight. So the majority of my title bouts have been at welterweight. I've had a lightweight title bout as well. The lightweight was harder. I've even fought at like 145 before. So it is a big jump. This is a fun training camp. Well, I'm going to use fun in parenthesis because I've never had to eat this much. And I've usually used fight camp to lean out to get to weight.
Right.
But now, like, my diet coach upstairs he's like, well, you need to pause in between and eat 4 eggs because you're burning way too many calories.
Wow.
And we need to keep that weight up. So I'm fighting on a full stomach, and it's a completely different fight experience than I've ever had before. And that's part of the fun of it, right? Because
part of the fun of it, do you think oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's like you do the same thing for so long, it gets boring. So why not jump up some weight and see what's up?
Yeah. Well, I think that's all the more reason to have all this extra time to train and prepare for this, because I imagine it's a whole new experience, like, and probably sometimes not very pleasant, right? Having to come up in that weight and then go train after that.
Absolutely. I mean, the amount of weight of like weights that I have to push on a regular basis is not something that I'm used to. I have to go to the gym a lot, which has always been my least favorite part of fight camp, is like the strength and conditioning stuff. I usually just focus on like the striking, I focus on the grappling, and then we're good to go. But now I actually have to go to the gym 5 times a week, max out, and then go and wrestle. And
I don't like weight training at all. I don't like to lift weights. I only just do jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys are tripping. That's the total opposite for me.
Yeah, I know. You love that.
You hit the weights, dude, and it gets my day going. It gives me the most energy.
Right. Yeah.
I love lifting weights, man.
So actually, and we've been seeing your training videos, Blake. So you tell us about Shifted. And
please.
This whole, because it's basically like 24/7. If you ever watch HBO when they do the 24/7 series, and essentially they got the guy following him around.
That's kind of what we wanted to do. We wanted to give like the UFC embedded type style. Something that the fans can follow along up into the fight. Since you guys never seen me fight before, you guys have never seen how capable I am of doing things. I wanted to document it all. I wanted to give it another platform. So I'm doing it on Patreon. You can subscribe for $5.
It's $5. Yeah.
It's $5. We did it very cheap. It's nothing of that goes towards me. That basically goes for the camera guys and the guy producing it and doing all that stuff. So I don't see any of that money. I just wanted to get him in the door. He does a bunch of fights, actually. He works with a bunch of fighters. Cheeto Vera, he just did a docuseries with Cheeto Vera. They just did this whole embedded style thing, and he's filming. He did a thing with Cheeto Ortiz. So I got some cameos coming up in the Shifted series. You could follow it along on Patreon /Blake Foster. And Big Bear, I'm leaving actually right after this interview. We got everything packed. We're headed up to Big Bear. I'm super pumped. I'm going to do some boxing with Triple G, dude. It'll be in Series 3.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm pretty pumped. They're up there right now training. He was like, yeah, come through. And my boy, Chris, that does my series, he knows him really well. So he's like, get ready Saturday, dude. You're training with Triple G. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So,
that's incredible.
Olaskey, man, he's taking it seriously.
No, I believe it. You better.
I better. Shit. I mean, this is my first fight. I'm not going to come in there and not prepare, especially for somebody that's had octagon fights and takes people to the ground. So if he takes me to the ground, he'll be in for a whole nother world of respect level for somebody at 205. If it goes to the ground, I don't plan it going to the ground. He's working all that belly fat up, and I'll spinning back kick it right out of his rear end.
Blake, what weight did you start off at?
Well, I struggled with weight a lot after, after Power Rangers, I got in a relationship and I gained a lot of weight, and I struggled with weight for a period of time, for a long time. And I really started getting back into my health and fitness. I started originally at like 285, then I trimmed down to like 250 and I got comfortable. And now I'm back down to 225, where I feel really good at. I move really well at 225.
Yeah.
I could see myself fighting at 225, honestly.
Right.
But 205 has obviously always been my goal. I saw that when I was a kid. I passed it and I never saw it again.
Right.
But so now getting to 205, I think I'll be in the best shape of my life. And I'm 35 years old.
Right.
I'm a dad. I got 2 kids. It keeps me busy. It keeps me on my toes. Plus, I got my own business going on. So, just staying busy, doing the filming with this, getting ready for the fight. It gives the fans me and Mike sat down for sushi I think it was like a year ago, and we were like, dude, let's give the fans something cool they'll follow along with.
Something different,
yeah, something different. There should be a lot of other MMA fights in the Ranger community, but I'll just leave that for the fans to decide on who should fight who. But it could be like a thing,
That's true.
They could do
Ranger
like a random wheel, right?
Yeah, they said that the
Aaron Cahill versus Nakia Baris.
No females, only males.
Nah, I'd like to see the females go at it. That'd be cool, man. I'm with it. I'm all about equality.
It's just staying in tune with yourself. I've done a lot of, deep down soul searching as far as like keeping track of my mind, my body, my soul, and all that stuff. And during these times, there's nothing else we can really do.
Right.
I figure I might as well hit the gym and get in the best shape of my life.
Well, you look really good, man. I have to say, man.
And I got my clothing line. We just dropped Hustle Matters. We got a whole new shipment of clothing, gym workouts, socks. So we got a whole bunch of new stuff in the works and staying busy, man.
Cool, yeah.
I'm trying to travel and do Comic Cons like Steve Cardenas and do these comic book stores, but I can't. I'm not the red guy.
We lost Mike.
Even JDF are like all over the place.
Everywhere.
We lost Mike.
Oh no.
We lost Mike Olaskey. Well,
Mike Olaskey left us.
He got scared by all your weight talk, man.
Bro, that's gonna happen first round, bro.
Mike Olaskey just said, "Goodbye, everyone. I'm not talking to you."
He said TKO.
Wow. But you can see me. You can see me twice, and you can see Steve a little jacked up. But it's okay, guys. Don't worry about it. There he is. I knew he was going to come back.
He's back on. Good.
It happens.
My internet went out, so I'm doing cell phone stuff now.
Oh, that's
it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, at least we can hear your voice at least for now. Maybe your face will come back up.
But yeah, just staying busy. I see everybody staying busy, and I the Ranger community, we're all intact. We all talk. I just did Nakia and Catherine's show, so just staying in touch with everybody and making sure everybody's good during these times is what we looking for.
That's all you can do right now.
Yeah, you can't do much else.
Blake, I have a couple questions for you, man.
About to be an expert on Fortnite. Sheesh.
Yeah, that's that. We all have a little bit of a Fortnite going on right now.
He said, "Not about to be, Dad. I am."
Yeah. How dare you, Dad?
Yeah. Jackson is the man, man.
Jackson is the man. He is. Turned 7, dude. He's big.
Wow, God bless him, man.
The doctor said he's going to be 6'4".
Wow.
So 4 inches taller than you?
2.
So Blake, when you were coming up with the show, how'd you get involved with the show real quick? I know I saw a couple questions come through, so I might as well just ask them.
We've been kind of ignoring the chat. Whole time. Sorry,
like
a lot of fans asking a lot of questions.
Even back,
Mike, man. I was a kid actor that grew up in the world, and that was the normal thing for us to do is go on, prepare for an audition, go out there, and I was going on 3-4 auditions a day, like Mike said. So we would always see each other in the audition room. I saw a bunch of friends, and then still, like my buddy Jake Richardson, he comes over and I see him. He was one of the friends that I grew up with on the audition scene. But Power Rangers, I was just filming an independent film at the time.
Wow.
And the director of that film was the producer of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And, so Shuki was directing that movie.
Shuki was directing that movie, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I came back from a tournament in Vegas where I had won point sparring. I beat 12 kids in a point sparring exhibition. And I had a plaque and a trophy, and he was like, "Oh, you do martial arts?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Show me some stuff." So I showed him some kicks and some flips, and he was like, I think something sparked in his head that day, because the next day we were in his dressing room, and all I remember is him saying, "Oh, you want to be a Power Ranger?" There was no casting process for Justin, which was pretty cool. I didn't have to audition for that. I was already on a film.
Yeah.
And I didn't believe him because I was such a huge fan. Keep in mind, I'm 11 years old on that film.
Yeah.
I got off.
Prime age.
I was watching Power Rangers. I was watching Steve every single day.
That's crazy.
I would get home from filming or whatever I was doing, martial arts. So I was watching these guys, and I was like, "No way, I'm not going to be a Power Ranger. There's no way. These guys are way older. They're like 16, 17 years old." And he was like, "I'll prove it to you." So next day he had Austin St. John and Amy Jo, which is the Red and Pink originals, come to set. And I was off in the distance, and I saw a black town car pull up, and I'm like, "Oh, he wasn't kidding." And sure enough, they hopped out, and I went over running, said hi to them. And then next thing I knew, I was at a table reading for Power Rangers with Steve and Jason Frank and all the Power Rangers.
Yeah,
dude, that's really cool, man. And let me ask you something. Did you get any flack? Well, back then there wasn't any social media, so you don't have to worry about that. But the whole growing thing, when you morphed, did you get
most hated?
Bro, it wasn't the morph. It was more the haircut that got me.
Oh, the haircut, the bowl cut.
The little penis topper.
Bro,
I love that. The old Beatles the Beatles mop top.
I literally got a lot of slack for that. That I wasn't really in school much till I got to high school. Once I think I did 9th, 10th grade in high school. But growing up, I was maybe in like 5th grade, 6th grade. I was homeschooled because I was acting so much. I was always on set filming. So I was homeschooled a lot. But yeah, that did get me in a lot of slack. And then after Power Rangers, I couldn't go to the mall because my mom wanted to keep that same dumb haircut. And I was
God.
I can't do this. So eventually I cut my hair. I think I did Casper Meets Wendy and my hair was shorter. So it was a lot of slack growing up, man.
Damn, dude.
And still to this day, people still hate Justin.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Man. Who cares, man? You know what?
Everybody,
cool, man. Because it was the thing for, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Alex.
No, you didn't.
The thing with it was Turbo, and it was my choice to leave the show. So that's when they started to try to figure out how they were going to cast or who they were going to cast. And it happened to be at the same time that Shuki was directing the movie that Blake was in, and that's how it all got started. But, the Turbo movie is where the transition happened, and like Blake and I had some really good scenes, some real good like intimate moments together. Like,
that Turbo movie was so sick too, though, because the martial arts you guys did in the ring. I was just like in awe every day watching these guys do kicks and stuff. And then the fight scenes, working with some of the originals, I was just like, wow, this is so cool.
Yeah, and then you got to do it all, man. Like,
and
what
then,
a dream!
And then Steve does like a super jump spinning heel kick and throws himself 20 feet out the ring.
I saw that in the very first scene, like,
dude. And to this day, people come up and they're like, dude, is your back okay? Like, dude, come on! Like, it didn't really happen. Like, seriously, like. Everybody seriously thought that I got injured for real, and that's why I left the show. And it's like,
well, back then, you got to remember, back then, people weren't as smartened up to life as they are now. You know what I'm saying?
Man, kayfabe.
All right, so you know what? I'd like to take a couple minutes really quickly to put you two against each other side by side.
Oh, we're gonna do side by side.
Yeah,
and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'd like.
Let's go, Mike.
I love it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw you guys real quickly, and I want you guys to kind of like, I'll give you 5, whatever minutes it takes for you guys to basically go at it, and figure out.
Mike's gonna lose first round.
Here we go. I'm leaving it to you guys, and go.
Okay, we're going side by side.
Yeah, we're side by side right now.
Are we side by side now? Let's go.
Yeah.
Blake. Come on. Let's take it. Let's take it.
Okay. All right. So I see. Yeah, you got to know which way to turn.
Down.
Okay.
I'm sitting down, knocking him out.
I'm
gonna knock him out like a bobblehead.
Yeah, is this any indicator as how he's gonna fight in the ring?
Oh my God, they're already going at it.
I love it.
Has no sense of direction, man.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
Okay, now they're facing off the right way. Now you guys are facing off the right way. Okay, cool. He's not even looking at him, and he's just punching. I love it.
I'll let Mike take the first couple swings, because if you watch his last fight, he didn't swing at all.
Wow. Wow.
Obviously, he didn't see my last fight. The last fight is where I broke my hand on somebody's face and still won.
Oh.
Was that Derek Bates that lifts you up like 7 times, bro? If I hit you one time like that, you're going down, bro.
Yeah, that's a fun if. That's like, dude,
I'm gonna do a meme with a drink.
I love Blake. Blake is like, oh, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. Like, nobody cares. You're not gonna hit me at all. What's the matter with you?
Oh man,
Mike, you've seen my blitz. That's not coming.
That's not coming.
I've seen your style, man, and you've never had a calloused hand in your life. I can't wait to wrap my arms around your neck.
I got a bunch of calluses.
And choke you out like a feather boa. I don't
care. Oh my God, I'm loving all this right now.
We'll see all the talk.
We're definitely gonna need Mike Rome to moderate this thing for sure.
As I said on the internet, you're going down faster than the ratings of Power Rangers Turbo, man.
Oh my God.
What was my retaliation on that one?
Dude, the gauntlet has been thrown.
Oh my God.
Short and sweet.
You're gonna come in for like a nice little flurry, a nice little blitz, and when that doesn't work, you're gonna recede faster than your hairline, bro.
Oh! Dude, I love it, man. This is getting serious now. Getting serious.
That's why I'm growing the beard out, bro. Grow the hair up there.
It's gotta go somewhere, right? It's gotta go somewhere.
That was a low blow.
You get that chin strap,
you get
man.
a point taken away for that. Fuck that.
That was great, guys.
God,
that was great. I
love
loved it.
If you can't take the heat, Blake, you need to stay out of the kitchen, bro.
I know, I'm in the kitchen.
That's where Olaskey's spending most of his time is in the kitchen right now, anyways, man.
Oh, wait a second.
Like a maniac.
Steve, you took the words out of my mouth.
You see, simple minds think alike, Blake. Simple minds think alike.
No, it's great. I love how Blake needs a spot in the gym and during trash talk. It's awesome.
Oh, damn.
No, that was
in the gym.
Yeah.
Oh my. it just continues to go. I love it.
Drinking beer?
Me? Of course I am. Got to pack on those pounds, dude.
Attaboy.
Damn, bro. What am I gonna drink? Milk? Are you kidding me? I'm not 12. You should
Wow.
try it
You're gonna
sometime.
need it
Are
for
you
those
old enough
bones.
to drink yet, Blake? How does that work?
You're gonna need milk for those bones.
Wow.
His face is reconstructed.
God.
Ow!
I love it, man. This is, well, you know what? This is great because we're definitely hyping this whole thing up.
It'll be good, man. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. It'll give us all something to talk about, and then it'll continue to give us something to talk about once everybody finds out who the real toughest ranger is.
Right,
Well,
right.
and that's the important thing. Even though Blake's wrong about literally everything, it's
Jeez.
important to know that like this is a fun kind of banter that Blake and I always do, and we've been doing.
Right.
Since we were kids, right?
They're like, "Are you guys really like hate each other?"
Yeah, right.
No, like this is just us when we're
you
together.
can punch
and
your friends in the face and be friends. That's fine.
Yeah,
Right.
it's fine.
Yeah.
I know. I don't think you're a great friend unless you know how my knuckles taste.
Oh.
That's just how it
Exactly.
works.
Ooh.
That's how, yeah, friends aren't really friends until they've actually scrapped a couple of times. I agree
Exactly.
with that. You know what
So
I'm saying?
we're giving each other a lot of grief right now. We're gonna go into the cage, and then after Blake loses, we're gonna go to the bar and we're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
And it's
We're
gonna
gonna
be
put
great
on a
time.
show. Don't you guys know
Dude.
that we will put on a show?
I feel like since this is happening in January and you guys got a lot of build to this, I feel like, and Steve, obviously this is up to you and Alex, but I feel like you should have them back on here for like a Mortal Kombat or one of the Power Ranger battle games where they can like fight it out digitally on here leading up to it.
Well, actually,
You do
yeah.
it like video game style?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think because
that'd be
we can broadcast that whole thing on Twitch as well too, because Twitch is all about the gamers and stuff. So to have you guys come battle each other and
We can play the UFC game.
you can play the
There you
UFC game. That's actually a good idea. That's really
Mike
cool,
doesn't
actually.
want that smoke either. Trust me.
Wow.
He's 7-year-old.
And to you, man, if you're training, if that's how you're training, please bring it on.
My thumbs is strong, baby.
We can commentate it,
Thumb
they
game,
can
baby,
play it,
thumb
and they get a
game.
taste.
Yeah, right.
I like that. I mean,
Button smash.
That'd be fun. That'll be fun. Anything to keep talking about it, keep it hyped up. You know, we obviously
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
we want to do it as soon as possible, but January is just the date that we have
right.
set.
So that's cool though. But you know what? That's good though, because it gives us a lot of time to build up the hype, man. We'll keep
Heck yeah.
hyping this thing. We'll bring you guys back on several times, and it'll be fun,
be
man.
like 10
Yeah.
times longer.
Dude, it'll be like it'll be like a Rip Van Winkle, dude.
This shit is the longest it's ever been, guys. Just so you know, I'm
You know
Solid.
you
tempted
can't
to cut
use
it.
that to choke anybody in the ring, right? That's illegal.
No.
oh my God.
Just like it's like the bowl cut on your face.
That's
just
some shit
reversed.
that you would do.
But he could use it to smother. Like he could put it like against your mouth and nose, like right.
He
And
said
just-
your
True,
bowl
it's
cut in
true.
your face.
You can do that.
Knowing Mike, he'll want to put me in his mouth. He'll start chewing on it.
It is true. It is true.
Oh man, you
Oh,
guys
this-
are awful, man.
I love
well,
it.
You know, I tell you what we can do right now.
No, actually, I gotta go. Actually, guys, I hate to cut this short.
Wow.
I'm over here at an hour already on the call, and I gotta hit the road. I'm going to Big Bear.
Oh,
That's all he's scheduled for you guys. That's the way he trains too. He
Nice.
just bombs out of training and he's just done with it.
Have set
Can't wait to
schedule.
see you in the ring, kid.
Excuse me. I have
Can't
a
wait to
schedule.
I mean, if you want to back out of this challenge, I mean, that's fine. It's just
No, let's go. We got to get it going though. Let's do it. I'm down for the trivia. Come on.
Can't wait
Okay,
to see you
cool,
in the
cool.
ring.
No, you know what? Okay,
Let's
we're
do some
gonna
trivia.
we'll
Actually,
do a
I'm gonna
little
switch
we'll do a
rooms 'cause
little we'll
everybody's
do a
up
little
here.
battle against each other for 90s trivia. 90s questions.
I'm gonna switch rooms real quick because everyone's
Yeah.
cooking dinner in there.
Yeah. All right, that's cool.
Let me go to my bedroom.
he's putting on his
all
serious room.
Yeah,
His serious room.
Cool. So, so while Blake is walking to another room, so basically what we're gonna do is we're just gonna hit Mike and Blake with some 90s trivia questions, and basically what we'll do is we'll ask the question. The first person to say buzz, that's gonna be the buzzer. and then you get the chance to answer the question. And if you get it wrong, then the other person gets a chance to answer, and whoever gets to 5 points first wins.
That's it.
All right, so really simple questions, man. Simple 90s questions. So Alex is on top of that, and Mike Rome, you can be the judge of who, if they buzz at the same time, you can be the guy who calls this.
All right. Gunslinger. I don't know why my hands are next to my hips.
Jesus,
serious right now.
Jesus, Mr. Mike Rome, why'd you have to send me that? Anyway, let's get into let's get into this. So this is gonna be a mix of 90s trivia, and you guys both grew up in the 90s, so you should know this because you watch TV. So here we go. Yeah. First one, and all you gotta say is buzz. First one. Okay. What was the name of Corey's best friend on Boy Meets World?
Buzz.
Mike.
Oh.
Mike said it.
Sean Hunter.
Yes, ding, 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 ding. He gets 1 point. One point. Okay, here, guys. You ready?
He's steaming over there.
I was on that show. I knew that. I said buzz.
You were on that show? Oh, my God.
You were just late.
I know, you were just late.
I can see it in his face right now. He's steaming right now.
we all
knew it like I sees it.
I love it. Okay, next question.
We all knew these ladies back in the day. They were a big group. The Spice Girls was an iconic pop group made of how many singers?
5. Buzz.
Oh,
Blake,
yeah.
Go ahead, Blake. You said buzz first.
5.
Yep, Blake wins that one. Okay, so it's 1-1 right now. 1-1.
Here we go. Which beloved 1997 romance movie was directed by James Cameron? It's a little hard one.
Buzz.
Oh,
I have no idea.
Oh, you'll know it. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. Okay, great. Look at that. Here we go. This one.
Near, far, wherever you are, Blake.
Wow.
There you are.
He'll never let you go.
Never.
Never let you
Except
go,
for down to the mat.
Nice.
Here's you guys are what now? 2-1? Yep. Okay. What is the name of Will's wealthy uncle in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh,
Phil.
Uncle Phil. That's
Phil.
right.
Yep. 2-2.
Now,
Baby.
got 2
points for
man.
Mike. 2 points for Blake.
Yeah, 2. Here we go. This one should be a good one here. This is a hard one. This was Jennifer Lopez's first #1 song on the Billboard.
Oh, Mike.
Oh, Jennifer Lopez. I buzzed early. Crap.
Sucks to be you.
Okay, go ahead, Alex. Finish the question.
Okay, ready? The #1 song of the Billboard Hot 100 charts.
But the #1 song, is there choices? Is it a multiple choice?
I'll give you multiple choice. Here we go. If You Had My Love or Waiting for Tonight. You got a 50-50 chance here.
Anyway,
I get it. I know it already.
Multiple choice. You get 4
What is it?
multiple choice.
It's yours.
30 seconds is up, Mike.
All right.
So we're gonna skip it. All right, we'll skip it.
That's your
Mike,
answering this.
Yeah, you think it's your turn
Blake.
to answer, Blake, because he missed it.
Oh wait, what were the?
It's my turn to answer.
Again?
Yeah, I think actually. Wait, Romy, tell me whose turn is it supposed to be? I think
So Mike
Olaskey
buzzed in
but
and
then
didn't
he
answer.
But he didn't
Yeah,
he buzzed in too early before the question was finished. So
Yeah,
that's
get him the
But that was
multiple
my
choice.
fault, though. That was my fault.
But if he
Okay.
buzzes in any game show, I will say this, and I used to host game shows. If you buzz in early, most of the time
you got to answer the
you're like,
question.
yeah, you got to answer the
Yeah, you
question. If
gotta
you didn't
answer the
answer
question.
there. So Blake
And I
gets a
didn't
freebie
answer,
here,
so it's
basically.
Blake gets a freebie. Yeah, exactly.
I
So
know
go
it,
ahead.
though.
Get a
You can-
freebie. If he didn't,
Give me the
if he didn't
multiple
answer
choice,
it, he
I'll
didn't get a
answer it.
freebie.
Give me the
If
multiple
okay,
choice,
ready?
I'll answer it.
If he doesn't answer it,
Right.
All right, I'm gonna give him the multiple choice here. Ready? If You Had My Love or Waiting for Tonight.
First one.
Okay, boom, he got it.
Okay, fine. All right, so 3-2.
3-2.
he got a freebie.
He got
Mike
a
is
freebie.
Mike. Olaskey's so pissed right now. Look at that. He's steaming. Blake was pissed because he got. Blake was pissed because he was on the show and Mike got the question right, and now, and now Mike's steaming right now. He's on
He's
tilt.
losing like he will in the fight.
Honestly,
3-2.
Okay, 3-2. 3-2. Here we go.
All right, here we go. This one wins it. If he gets it. This handheld.
Wait, how does he win it? What if?
if Blake gets it.
No,
Right,
that's I said
doesn't win
if.
it.
I said
The
if.
first person to get 5 wins.
Oh, we're going to 5. That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I thought it was best of 5. This handheld digital pet was one of the most popular toys in the late 90s.
Buzz.
Go ahead.
Blake.
A Digimon.
No.
Ooh. All right, Olaskey, your turn.
He's frozen. He's frozen.
No.
No.
Let it
Wait a second.
go.
Wait. Do
Let
I
it
get multiple choice on
go.
that?
You get. Let it go. He's definitely let it go. Oh,
I know the answer to this too. That sucks.
Oh, all right.
Well,
I'm
multiple
sure
choice.
there is. Okay, you know what? I'll tell you
Since
what.
I already said
We don't
it,
know
what's
where
that?
Olaskey went. You already missed your opportunity. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and let Mike Rome answer this.
Tamagotchi.
Mike knows it.
Wait, Mike, are you back in? Olaskey? Oh, we lost him.
Yeah,
we
he's
100% lost him. Okay, go ahead, Mike Rome. Tell us what it is. I know what this one is
Tamagotchi.
too. Tamagotchi.
Yep,
That's
he
right.
got it. Yep.
Wait, wasn't that like the You know what the Digimon is, right?
The Digimon where the
Digimon came.
Digimon came later. Yeah.
Oh,
Tamagotchi!
Oh my God, that was fucking
he heard
hilarious.
you say that, Rome.
Yes, right. Fair enough. Okay, that one doesn't count. That one doesn't count for either, buddy. We'll just do the next one. Go ahead, real quick.
All right, here we go. In Full House, what color was the exterior of the original house?
Oh,
Mike buzzed.
Buzz.
Mike?
He's got no sound. Do sign language. Do sign language. He's got no sound.
Wait, hold on. Yep, he got it. Yep,
What?
it's white.
White?
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Okay,
white.
good. He got it. Yeah. I love it. See, look at
even
that.
better.
Say Buzz. This game is rigged.
This
He went
kid-
like this.
I
Okay.
said
All right.
Buzz.
Okay. Cool. Well,
I'm
listen.
not muted.
Is
Can
this?
you hear me now?
No, we
yeah,
can hear you.
we
Now.
can hear you now. Okay. What's the score? Is it 3-3 now?
It's 3-3, yeah.
It's
3-3.
3-3. Okay. This one will be the winner. This one will be the next one. This next one will be the winner. We won't go to
Winner
5. We'll
takes
just go.
all?
Winner takes all right now. Like this next one wins.
All right, let me
All right,
hold on.
go
Let me
ahead.
get it. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, here we go.
Alex.
In 1992, we were old youngins. The largest mall in the U.S. opened in which state?
Buzz,
Go ahead.
Mike.
Mike.
I want to say it's the Mall of America in Wisconsin.
No.
You got Mall of America.
You got
just
Mall
in the
of America,
wrong
but you got the
place.
wrong
It's
state.
not in Wisconsin.
Hey Blake, you got 1 out of 49 chance.
The Mall of America.
Yes, but what's the state?
Oh, is it in Minneapolis?
Yes.
There you go.
it is!
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, Blake won. Blake is the winner.
That's like in fucking January.
I tell you what, that
Boom.
was with an assist. That was with an assist.
man.
I demand a recount.
I knew it was the Mall of America
Tamagotchi.
in Minneapolis
Tamagotchi.
because Stone Cold said so.
I
And
love
that's
it.
the bottom line.
And that's the way it was.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles, Phil.
What an amazing
Well,
night.
Let's everybody give Mr. Blake Foster a hand. Congratulations on being the winner on that one. It wasn't a technicality. It was
I'll do like Mike.
yeah.
Oh man. So
I love it.
so really quickly before we end the show, guys, this is coming up in January. You guys are obviously going to be doing a lot of promo for this. Where is this going to go down? And can you guys individually let us know where we can follow you? We'll start with Blake.
The winner will go first. It'll be you can follow me
So
on
humble.
Blake A. Foster on Instagram, Blake Anthony Foster on Facebook. My series shifted will be Patreon.com/Blake Foster. But that's also on my Instagram, so mainly just Instagram.
Right,
Cool.
and also
Blake
just
A.
a side note. My middle name is also Anthony. Blake's middle name is Anthony, and we both have the same birthday too, May 29th. Boom.
Whoa.
both Geminis,
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you just vote for Blake in January?
Yeah.
No, I didn't vote for Blake. I was just making an observation.
Well, if there's Vegas betting, he'll bet on Blake. He knows better.
Always bet on Blake.
That's a great shirt. Bet on
Always
Blake.
bet on Blake. All right,
Mike, go ahead,
tell
Mike.
us how
Let us know.
Everyone can follow you, sir.
All right, on pretty much all social media platforms, I am Big Bang Mike something. My fight name is Big Bang Mike. You can follow me there. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I mean, you name it, I'm on it. I'm a social media whore, so please
I love
come
it.
along and turn on the red light.
And
like
guys,
Roxanne.
if you haven't looked at Mike's page, he does some awesome weapon work. I mean, like I can't even come close to the style that he does with all of his weapons and stuff like that. It's truly phenomenal. I love how you always do the slow down motion on stuff like that. So
And
that's really cool.
last thing, where is this going down at? Like what pay-per-view platform?
Good job. So we're not sure exactly what pay-per-view platform Tough Enough goes with, but it is going down as of right now in January, Las Vegas, the fight capital of the world for Tough Enough. to be broadcast live on, I think it's going to be a digital pay-per-view. So everybody, no matter where you are, will be able to have access to that as long as you're willing
to stream it online. Right. If you stream it, you'll be able to watch it right from your computer, right?
Yeah. It'll be super convenient and super awesome. And to make matters even better, if for some reason you don't want to pay for that pay-per-view fight, they will be broadcasting it on TV with all BN Network affiliates.
Oh, BN Network, so, nice. Yes.
So whatever you guys want, it's probably just it's gonna come out like months later. So you're probably already gonna know that I won. But still, it'd be fun to watch how.
Good stuff, man.
Well, thank you guys, man.
Guys, you know what? This was a lot of fun. Like 100%, we gotta do like a, Blake versus Mike 2, Blake versus Mike 3 as we get closer to the fight, and then as we get more information about when everything's gonna go down exactly and all that stuff like that. And I think you can look for myself, Mike, and Alex to be ringside, calling the fight as well. So be on the lookout for that. When next time that the two fellas come back on, we'll get Mike back on with us as well too, because obviously, as you know, Mike Rome, he's always been a big supporter of our show, and he always comes on all the time, and we really appreciate that because we know that dude's really super busy. So we appreciate you guys. Anyways, all of you, Mike. Thank you so much. Blake, have an awesome time in Big Bear. Yeah. Mike, thank you, man. Have a great time in Maine. And everybody, from all of our, from behalf of myself and everybody from the show tonight, y'all, may the power protect you and stay safe out there. Thank you, guys.